Okay, so in this video, we're going to be discussing the newly released cover of issue 171 titled Free the Princess. This cover looks so appealing, and you can tell this character is going to be, it's one of those iconic issues. Or it seems to be, because it seems to be the first appearance of a character that is probably going to be a big character in the future.
Yeah, for a character to get a cover for their first appearance usually means that it's going to be a big deal and something new, a new storyline, new community. Obviously, we're going to be meeting, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you look part on the back of the other Walking Dead comics in the past, you will notice like Abraham had his first comic cover with Eugene and Rosita. There's a load of characters going back that they're on the front cover, and it's kind of a big deal. It means a new arc's coming, something exciting.
So in the issue before this, we see that Eugene's on the road and he's leading Michonne, and I can't remember who the other two are. I've only looked at it once, but he's leading Michonne and two others, and it's called On the Road, I believe. That's what it's titled, On the Road.
Yeah.
And it seems like Eugene's probably leading them to this community in Ohio, but I'm not sure he'll do that on foot. And it's not really something we can predict at the moment because we've still got issues to come before that. So anything could happen in between, leading up to this point. But from just at the top of our heads, it most likely is, if Eugene's leading it, most likely is him leading them to some sort of meet-up point, at least to some sort of meet-up point, or he's going to this community, something like that. And maybe this character, this new character who calls himself the Princess, is going to jump out.
The character certainly looks interesting. I mean, I love the cover.
Definitely unique.
The Princess, and you've got the pink Walking Dead logo, and then like the character's just busting out this funky jacket and stuff. It just makes you wonder. Like, I'm thinking at the end of that issue On the Road, that's when you're going to see her jump out and be like, freeze. Is she going to point the gun at them?
Yeah, put your hands up or something.
Yeah, and then the issue will end maybe, and then this is where the issue will start. That's why I'm guessing now, if I have a rough idea. But you got to think, like, are these bad people? Like, think about this deeply, right? We've had so many groups in The Walking Dead. Like, it's to the point now where it's like Robert Kirkman's probably gonna have to, like, you're gonna have to get very creative with
because
ideas.
There's only so much you can do
for groups and stuff. But so far, he has done that. Every time I've said, what could they do now? The Whisper's come along, something different. So, I'm kind of worried at the same time, though, because this is a bad group. There's only so much our characters can handle, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
With, like, we just had Andrea die and stuff, so I think there's probably bad stuff coming. It doesn't look too good, but you never know. I mean, it could be. It could just be a warning. Is this Stephanie who uses on the radio too? Could be.
Now, the caption for this issue is, who is she and what does she want? And that just makes you think even more. What does she want? Makes it seem like she's a bad person. Because it's basically saying that she does want something. She wants something from our group, but what does she want? So it's going to be, it words it as if she's a villain, as if she's an upcoming villain. But I can't see them just jumping straight into a villain, especially when we've got some villains out there. We've still got Beta out there who we're going to see again. So
there's a big possibility this most likely is what Eugene's on the radio to. Like,
it most likely is.
It has to be. If it's something else, then damn, you got this group that Eugene's on the radio to, and you also got, you know, this princess. Whoever the hell she is.
And Beta.
She's armed and she looks like she's handling herself well, so she obviously has a camp somewhere.
Yeah. And she calls herself the Princess, meaning she most likely is a leader of a group.
But the issue before this, On the Road, I mean, the description for that is like, is Eugene leading them into a slaughter or something like that?
Yeah.
Is he leading them into something bad? It's something along those lines. So that's why it makes me believe that this is who Eugene's on the radio to, because he's leading them. You know?
But they're wording things, with them mentioning about leading them into a slaughter and saying who is she and what does she want, it's making you sort of, it's giving off the vibe that she's a villain. But I don't really see that, but I'm not sure what else they can do. I don't feel like they're going to bump into more allies, but at the same time I don't feel like they're going to bump into more villains. So I'm not sure. That's like I always say, the comic is so unpredictable, and it's one of the best things about it.
It's going to be something very, very different. Maybe even some Walking Dead game stuff will be in this. You never know, a character or two. People are forgetting the Whispers are also still out there, like Beta's still out there, there's still Whispers out there, so I don't think that's completely over yet. You've got a lot of stuff going on. But I'm looking forward to finally getting down to this radio thing that Eugene's been onto.
Yeah, supposedly. Now, of course, it's the Walking Dead fandom, so we probably will get some people saying, maybe this is Clementine, or maybe this is Christo or something. And Christo, you know, it's a possibility. It is a possibility, of course, but it is most likely unlikely. Right? It's probably not Krista at all. because it'd just be way too coincidental, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to fuse the comic and the game together
too much.
Too much like that, because Krista was a pretty big deal in season 2 of the game. So it's not Clementine 100% before rumors like that come out.
Anyone in the game you could say Krista. But
yeah, if it was to be anyone, it'd be Krista. But
I think it's someone completely mysterious. Like, who is she? That's the good thing about it. Who is this person calling themselves Princess?
But like I said, I'm not going to say it's 100% impossible that it's Krista. I'm going to say that I'm 80% sure it isn't Krista. I'm like 95% sure it isn't Krista. But it could be because of the possibility that she was heading to Wellington, and this character's African American, she was African American. There's things that do add up. There's small things that do add up, but overall, I don't see why Krista will cross off Princess, and it just doesn't fit her character to dress like that, and the way this character is gonna seem. It just doesn't seem like Krista, if you get what I'm saying. It doesn't fit right.
What I would like is for this character to be a very, very strong female character.
Yeah. A strong female lead character.
Yeah, lead, like she lead her own group. Yeah. I would love that. Like, if she's a hard ass type character, like she calling herself Princess, but she's like, don't take no shit. That'd be so funny, especially with Negan. There'll be hilarious pages between them two. If that is the case, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that this character here is a woman who doesn't take no shit. And she could probably beat up half the male characters. Like, I'm kind of hoping that's the kind of character this is, but we'll see. But as for the comic anyway, the cover itself just looks great. I think for a first character portrait, like, it just looks appealing.
It does.
You just want to know who this is.
And the title as
well.
The
white jacket and like the glasses and the gun. Like, it just, you know this is going to be a strong character. Well, I could be wrong. She could get her head cut off within 10 issues, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like this is going to be a big deal. Fear the Princess.
It does.
It's just appealing. Like, I want to find out now.
But that's about it for our thoughts on this comic cover.
Yeah.
It looks really interesting. Definitely can't wait for it. But we got issues before, so we can't really do predictions on it because anything can happen within the issues that are building up to this. So tell us what you think down below. Tell us your own predictions, your own theories. Leave it a like, share it around, and as always, cheers for watching.